Hey guys, what's up? It is Jax here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an awesome spider farm in Minecraft 1.20 and other versions as well. All you need is a soul sand mechanic, so if you have that in your version, you are good to go. Okay, so here we have our spider killer spider chamber room with my awesome sword here. Now this sword has a looting, a bane of arthropods, mending, unbreaking, and sweeping edge to make it super efficient. But you can see here, if I give these a whack, these spiders, I'll get a bunch of XP and loads of string too. There's 25 strings popped into my inventory, but a lot of the drops do also go into the chest here. So this farm will work on any version as long as you have soul sand, like I said before, because the spiders get pushed up there. And as you can see, it's super duper efficient and you get lots of drops. Okay, so in the spawn room, I'm in spectator right now, so no spiders are spawning. We have our spawner. They get pushed down, push up the water column, and then they sit there waiting for us to kill them. So if I hop into creative, we'll be able to see that in action here. Waiting for a few to spawn, and they'll spawn and that'll happen. There we go, there's some spider spawning. They're gonna get pushed over here, and then they're gonna be pushed up the bubble column there, as you can see. Up the bubble column they go. And then they're waiting for us to kill them at the top here, so let's hop back into spectator mode, fly through here, and just kill these spiders. Now of course the sword, this works best with an awesome sword like this, most efficient, gives you the most drops, super easy, but this can work with something just like a wooden sword, you just have to whack them a few times. Okay, so the materials that you'll need will appear on your screen now. Make sure to find a spider spawner as well. If you haven't already found one, you can find them underground, and they'll be in like a mossy cobble room. Alright, let's get on to the tutorial. Once you have found your spider spawner, you want to light it up like this by placing a torch on every single side. Now we're going to need to add more torches as we make the room bigger, but we can start off with this. Make sure it's a spider spawner by checking that it's in a room like this, it's not in a mine shaft, because if it's a mine shaft it'll be a cave spider spawner. You can also check that it's a regular spider by looking in here and you can see the spider spinning around, and that it's not a zombie or skeleton. Once you've got that, we want to create a 4-block gap between the wall and the spawner, so we're going to have to dig 2 back here, dig 2 back here, but I'm connected to a cave, so instead of digging 2 back, I'm going to count 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to build a wall after that, like this, so we've got a 4-block gap there. So, build that up, like this. We have to do that over here too, because we want a 4-block gap. And then we're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, so we're going to have to dig 2 blocks back here. Now, each spawner room can be a little bit different in size, so you might have to dig more, you might have to dig less. But keep in mind, we want the 4-block gap, and we want 1, 2, 3 to the roof like this. So if you've only got 2, you'll have to dig up more, but it normally is 3, unless you've got some sort of generation issue. We want this to be all the way around, so as you can see, we're connecting it all up in the corners and digging out the roof here, and then we're going to have to add in some more roof because we connect to the cave. Ooh, need to come around here. Now as you're doing this, ooh, diamonds, didn't notice those before. We're going to add more torches to the room, because as you can see, it is getting pretty dark. We don't want any spiders to spawn, so I'm just going to add one on each of these walls as I dig it out. And that should light up the room a bit more. You might also want to add some in the corners, especially if you're doing this with not much gear on, but spiders aren't too tricky to kill if they do spawn. But if you're in, say, hardcore world, definitely add loads of torches, you can't add too many. Okay, now this is what we have so far. So we've got a 3-block gap here. Let me grab a block that's easy to see the edges of. So I've put some blocks in, and this is what it should look like. We've got a clear 4-block gap between the spawner and the wall. Now it's really important that you check all the sides, because if you don't have the right size of room, your water is going to not work, because the water needs to be pushing in the right direction. So we've got 4 there, 4 there, 4 there, and 4 there. And even someone like me, when I was digging this room out, I accidentally dug 1 too far on this wall, so I actually had to add in an extra layer here because I dug too far out. And the only reason why I knew that is because I double checked. So no matter how good of a Minecrafter you think you are, always double check, because it's much easier to fix it now than later on. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're going to dig 4 blocks down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we want a 4-block gap between the spawner and the floor. Now remember to add more torches, because this is going to make the room a lot darker, and we want to dig this right out. So let me cut to once I've done that. So now we have that 4-block gap between the spawner and the floor going all the way around. So we've got a bit of a cube, well almost a cube going on here. Now we're going to grab a slab and just place it on top of this spawner so mobs don't actually spawn on top of it, because that's a real pain and it can mess with our mob caps and our efficiency of the farm. Now we want to decide which side we put our killing chamber on. Now I know I've got a cave on that side and that'll be a pain to build around if I sort of dig into that. So I'm going to do the opposite side here. It doesn't matter what side you choose, just choose the easiest one. Alright, now we're going to hop down to the middle and break 3 across like this in the center, and then create a 3x3 square like that. Now dig another 4 blocks back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, 4, there we go. So including this block we've dug out, we should have a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. Now we're going to be placing some signs, just regular signs across here, like so. And then we're going to place 1 block before the last block here. We're going to place a row of fence gates and open them. Now if you are on Bedrock, you don't want to use fence gates here, you want to use signs. So just place a row of signs like this. That's if you're on Bedrock. But Java players, we're using this, like that. Should be a 2-block gap between these two, and a 1-block gap here at the start. Now we're going to dig up 1 here, just like this. So we have a lip here right above the sign, so we're not going to dig those out. Then we're going to be placing these fence gates going up 3. Now to do this, you hold shift, or you can place it on the wall, and you can place the fence gates on each other. And you want to open these. Now remember, if you're on Bedrock, you want to use signs here. Okay, place water, 3 buckets going across here like this, and it should all be flowing forward and pushing you towards the fence gates. This is what it should look like. Now we're going to come 1 further back with these fence gates by holding shift and placing, and then we're going to be right clicking them to open them. Then with any sort of trapdoor, looking at the top half of the block, place a trapdoor, then look at the trapdoor again and place them going right across. This is what it should look like. Now we're going to come back inside these fence gates here and build up, if you're in survival of course. I would be flying here. And we're going to place water going directly across the back here. So 1, 2, 3. And it should flow forward down to there like that. This is what it will look like. When placing this water, it's really important that you place it on the back of the wall there, because if you don't, let me show you here. If you try and place it on the trapdoor, you're going to open it up like that. We don't want that, so on the back wall, place 3 across. Now this point is really important that you follow these steps exactly. Place 3 blocks of kelp on each of these blocks. Do not go higher than 3 or lower than 3, it has to be 3 blocks. Now we can break this kelp like this and replace these bottom blocks with soul sand. Now if everything's done correctly, we should get these bubbles that'll push us up to the top. Now if you aren't getting these bubbles, make sure that you've got enough water source blocks here, because each one of these blocks has to be a water source, and you can check this by right clicking on it with all your buckets, right clicking all the way up 3 high. But you want these bubbles to form and push you right up to the top, because that's where the spiders are going to be pushed. Alright, so let me come out here. This is what it should look like. We'll have our bubbles at the edge, our water pushing across there, and our water pushing across here. Now it's time to work on the water inside of this farm. In the back 2 corners, place a water bucket on the 2nd block up, like this. Now underneath each one of these last water blocks, we're going to break the block like this. Now we're going to dig out the rest of this area, like so. And what you'll notice is that this water starts to flow towards these signs. So I'm a spider, crawling around, I'm flowing, pushes over here, and then boop, straight up to the killing chamber. So perfect. So this is what it should look like. Okay, now on the side the killing chamber is on, we want to come into either the right or left side and come 1, 2 blocks up, and then on the 3rd block there we want to dig in. Now we're going to dig in, and then once we're in a few blocks we're going to check to the side and see where we're at. Now we want to sort of get lined up with this, so I need to dig another 2 blocks further forward. So 1, 2, and then I can dig across, and my killing chamber will be right here. So I've dug a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in, and then I dug 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across to the side. Okay, so I've now dug out a room, leaving space on both sides of this sort of water area, so one on both blocks. I've dug a bit further back. Now I'm not going to decorate this room right yet because we've got to build our collection system. So I'm going to start by breaking this block here because we don't need it there, and breaking this block here and placing a chest. Now this is on the right side. Then we're going to break these blocks here. Now the water's going to flow out, but we just want to replace it with a hopper going into that chest, like this. So if I place an item in this hopper here, it should end up in this large double chest, and it does, so perfect. Now we're going to go about some stairs and slabs. We're going to place stairs on both sides here. Now we're going to have to maneuver a little bit to place a stair on top of this chest by holding shift. Then we're going to place another one coming forward, like that. And we're going to be bringing these slabs directly across. And there is our kill chamber there, so we'll kill the spiders like that. Now to make it easier to see the spiders, we're going to be placing blocks here. And then we're going to break these blocks across and place slabs. So that way when I stand here, I can clearly see the spiders and kill them. So now we're in our room here. We need to destroy these torches now. Now getting up to here is impossible without a ladder or breaking this block. So you want to add a ladder and break this block before you go ahead and destroy these torches. And then you just want to quickly come around, starting on the inside, and break these torches. Now it's pretty easy, but if you're worried you're going to die and lose your stuff, just put it all in a chest and don't stress. But if you do die, guess where your stuff is going to go? It's going to go down there, so you don't need to stress too much. So break all these torches and then get out of the room quickly. The spiders aren't going to be able to attack you super fast because we've got the water pushing them. But then we can come back here, block that up, and you can see we've got our spiders here ready to be killed. So I've got my sword here, and I can kill these spiders, get XP, and get all their loot too. So here we're getting lots of stuff already. Now, there are a few ways to make this more efficient, so let's go over those. So I am now in spectator mode, and you can see around me there are lots of dark caves, lots of areas for other mobs to spawn. Now to make this more efficient, what we can do is go around with torches in all these darker areas. So let me hop into creative, with torches, and go around and just light this all up. Now this is actually a really important step if you want to max out your efficiency, because see, this creeper here is actually might be stopping another spider from spawning. So we're going to kill it and light up this area, and you can do this for all the caves around you. Now unlucky for me, because I've actually also got some water caves. Now fish are going to spawn in these water caves unless I completely drain them and then light them up, but we don't need to worry too much about those because they're not really taking up too much of the mob cap. But we want to try and stop those hostile mobs because they will build up very, very quickly. So let's go around and light these caves up. Then the other thing that we can do is, instead of just using a regular sword, we can use a sword with looting. Bane of Arthropods would be great because that is a specific enchantment designed to kill spiders faster. So let's have a look at that. So here is my ideal spider killer sword. Spider killer. So we've got Bane of Arthropods. We have looting to get the best loot. We have mending. And we have unbreaking 3. Then have a look at this. Look how perfect I can kill and how quickly I can kill these guys. Oh, and another great enchantment to add on to it actually is Sweeping Edge. Now Sweeping Edge is great because it allows you to kill multiple spiders at once. Look at that. How perfect was that? How efficient was that? So what I love to do is grab an item frame out and actually put the sword in an item frame here so I don't go walking away with it. And then I can easily just take it out. I've got it here and just get it like that. So now you guys know how to build an awesome spider farm. Look at all those spiders. Like, damn, there's so many. I could just stand here and kill them for days. Oh, look at all those drops I'm getting. Already, this has been like going for 2 minutes and I haven't even been killing them constantly. Now you guys know how to build this awesome spider farm for unlimited string and spider eyes. So that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all later. And remember, stay carbonated.